and viewers. Okay na ba? I guess it's okay to start na. Hi! Welcome to my FB Live. I am Lois and Badando and I am Binibini 3, Binibini Pilipinas 2020, and I am from Marikina City, representing Marikina. So, I'm just gonna greet the viewers. Hello Roma, Andre, Micah, Rafael, Pyle, Zen. Hi, thank you for watching. So let's start. So first of all, how are you guys? Good comment down below. I hope everyone's still safe. So I would just like to say a few things about me before we go on to other parts of this live. Again, I am Lois and Badando from Marikina City. My advocacy actually revolves around animal welfare. It's not just trying to rescue animals, but also it lies within our home as well. I want to emphasize on how we could take care of our pets, because sometimes, just like my painting last in Binibini, we had a painting activity and I showing your advocacy. So if some of you are curious with what I painted, I wanted to show how pets are sometimes mistreated because they wala masyadong kinakain. Also, yung habitat nila is very dirty. And also, part of my advocacy would be helping rescued animals to be adopted. Personally, I want to believe that, actually, I do believe that all animals are equals, with breed or non-breeds. They should be adopted equally. And also, aside from that, well, there's no protest here with breeders, but I'd rather adopt dogs that doesn't have breed. Personally, I've adopted 5 dogs already, and then 2 of it are Shih Tzus, and then the other 3 are Ascals. Pag yung friends ko, they're gonna ask me, do you want this pet? Because nakita nila abandoned siya. So of course I'm gonna take it in. Actually, part of my advocacy, I hope someday that I have foundation na having shelters for animals. Then actually there's a lot of animal shelters out there now, but I also want to be a part of it because I really have a very profound love for animals. And a lot of you are animal lover, right? Aside from that, let's go to the topic of COVID-19. We all know it's a serious crisis. We didn't even expect it to be pandemic at all. Some people told that it was a hoax, So, part para hindi tayo matakot of this, I would advise na to stay at home. Also, part of the safety tips would be taking vitamin C. I want to stress on this topic, vitamins. I just want to share something regarding vitamins as well. When I was studying pharmacy, they taught us that not you. It doesn't matter if you drink different vitamins like vitamin A, E, B. If you're not taking in vitamin C, it will not help your immune system because that's the leading vitamins for to raise up to boost your immune system. But also there's too much vitamins could be actually harmful for you. So only take vitamins if you're deficit of something. And also what else? Vitamin C. Di naman tayo mag-overdose dito, so make sure to take it even when you're healthy because prevention is better than cure. Aside from that, always thoroughly wash your hands. So napansin ko lang din, people are only washing their hands because of the COVID, and that's something actually that I want na even after COVID, ipagpatuloy ng tao gawin because this is not only the safety of yourself but the safety of others too. Very contagious ang virus. Bacteria are everywhere, inanimate object, with people you talk to. Pwede siyang ma-transfer by droplets, transmission. So make sure to always wash your hands even after this, and hopefully matapos yung quarantine because we know that we miss all our friends, we miss hanging out with them. So again, aside from that, well, the most important thing to be safe sa COVID is to stay at home. Pag wala naman tayong business outside sa house, let's stay at home. You're not just saving yourself, you're saving other people's lives as well. I still don't get why there are still people walking, roaming around the streets. Wala naman tayong mapupuntahan. Every establishments are closed. And if otherwise, if kailangan talagang lumabas ng bahay, you could always stay safe, especially our frontliners, those people that, I would even say na heroes are the people that go to grocery stores because it's, especially if ayaw mo naman pumunta doon, pero walang iba pupunta, so, always stay safe. Pag-uwi agad ng bahay, change your clothes, disinfect yourself, wash your hands, use alcohol, always stay safe. So, next is, I want to share the activity I do while in quarantine, and pwede ka mag-react if you're doing the same as well. So, what I do is, well, actually, I'm going back to work na din, but aside from that, beforehand, I love reading books. I just want to share the book that I'm reading, actually. Wait, andito siya. This is what I read every day. Actually, mukhang pinapromote ko siya, but I don't know. I think it can help other people as well. It's Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. It's a book about, you read it one page per day. It's like, parang advice for you on how you handle life, because Stoicism, it means how you handle life. If parang it teaches you on how to handle your problems pag may na-encounter ka, and to take actions with it peacefully and avoiding conflicts. I-rationalize mo muna yung decisions mo before you take actions para less regret afterwards yung consequences, right? So, I'm also teaching myself that rationalize mo yung decision before actually making the decision. And next is the other book aside from that, because 5 minutes ko lang siya babasahin, like in the morning lang, just to see the passage. Other than that, I reread this, Sidney Sheldon. Title niya, If Tomorrow Comes. Actually, I also want to share this book kasi the message it gives, sobrang importante. Also, yung genre niya is like mystery/thriller. if you're curious on what it's about rich people having power over poor people kahit yung hustisya nasa mahihirap tao na. Even there's a lot of evidence, still rich people get away with it. So yung protagonist dito, she after getting out of jail, nagplan siya for a revenge. Well, it's not violent anyway, but the strategic plan on how to get back to the person who killed her. Oh, spoiler rin. To kill her father. Well, it's not a spoiler. It's part of the story. To kill her father. Yun, nagplano siya, and in the end, nakatakas naman. So, dapat matatapos ko siya actually 2 days. But since sobrang ganda ng story, kept me on my feet. Tumagal ng 3 days. Kasi I wanted na everyday may nilulook forward ako na basahin. So, nung nire-read ko siya, saka ko lang din natandaan yung story. So, I think it's timely. Oh well. Before I go to other topics, I just want to say hi sa mga nanonood. Hello! Hello, Melvin Tan. Dayan. Kamusta dyan sa Nueva? Hello, Almas. Almas was my co-candidate nung Miss Marikina times pa. She was a good friend. Hi, Ate Jaja. Well, hi, Maricar. Lane Monsayak. Klase ko sila nung college. Hope you stay sa live. You could ask me questions. Hi, Valerie. Valerie Betita. Sister ni Zen. Na nagtanong, are you single? Bakit? Why? Okay. Nanonood din si Ave. Kenji, hi. Friends from college. Okay. Again, aside from reading books, I also love listening to music. My favorite, currently, I'm obsessed again with Michael Jackson. So I'm listening to his album now, the History album. I also love watching movies on my ang daming kong spare time, so I'm watching. The only use actually of my phone is watching Netflix or YouTube. Also texting my friends. Other than that, wala na siyang use to me. Okay, let's go to the questions. Oh, before pala ng questions, I want isabihin ko lang yung donation drive. I hope you could help then. I'm supporting 3 donation drives. I don't know if kita siya sa screen. Number 1 is Potion Project. It is an animal organization, and you could donate. You could go to their page para makita yung details on how to donate. Just a small amount, just 50 pesos. It can go a long way. Their mission right now kasi is, or goal with their followers, kahit man lang 50 pesos, it could actually make a change. So I hope we help them, because at this time, it's not like dogs can work, right? So let's help those people that are taking care of the dogs, and let's donate to them. And another one is Pause Philippines. Their donation drive is nag-iipon sila for PPE. And third is Binibining Pilipinas /Araneta City donation drive. So before, nagkaroon na rin kami ng FB Live with Binibining Pilipinas to promote this donation drive, and until now naman ongoing pa. So if you're interested as well, you could always donate with just a small amount din of 350. It will feed indigent families around Metro Manila. Yung laman nun is rice, canned foods. So let's help out our fellow Filipinos, right? Okay. So next is updates for Binibining Pilipinas. There's still no updates regarding the pageant. The last time we heard about it is yung live, we're still raising donations. So in connection to that, let's donate. If we have excess money, if you have a little extra on your pocket, you could always donate it. Let's help each other. Sino pa ba magdadamayan kundi tayo-tayo din, right? So, nag-ano na ako. Melvin Tan, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? Amina. Hi, Amina. Pex Zuela said, can you tell us more about Claygo? Clean as you go. Oh, it was my advocacy when I was Miss Marikina, but I mean up to now, advocacy really lies on you. Hindi naman nawawala yun. It just means like, if kakain ka or you're handling something, it means clean as you go. So take your trash with you, never litter. It's probably my biggest pet peeve. People na nagkakalat lang, like, just don't get how you could just throw something on the ground. Pag nangyayari ito, yung tinadampot ko na lang siya because it really bugs me. Actually, it's what my grade school taught us as well. So siguro na dala ko na lang din sa akin, which is actually a good thing to teach young children. Yes, the most effective teaching actually is sa mga bata. So I'm glad na even Marikina, that's the citywide advocacy. Also our mayor emphasizes on clean as you go. Basura mo, ibulsa mo campaign. So I support that sobra. Avery, marunong ka ba mag-rap? Sample naman. Ay, bakla ka. Naiya ako. Yung mga rap na alam ko. Basta. Roma, Francisco, drop your skincare routine, queen. I don't really have a skincare routine. Very acne prone yung skin ko. But, dun sa derma ko, I'm just using this lotion, acne lotion. Kasi nga, pag tinutubuan ako ng acne, yun lang. But other than that, I just use soap and water. Melvin Tan, you're also fine. That's good. Please stay safe. Katrina, Ate Kat, ang hina ng boses. Oh, sorry. You could tell me now if mahina pa rin. I would see that on the comment naman. Melvin Tan says, singing or dancing? Singing in the shower, dancing sa sala. Diba? Multi-talented. Pex Zuela says, thoughts on Marikina City's COVID-19 mass testing? Well, nabasa ko to that our mayor opened it even without approval of DOH, but I've read the article earlier na may approval na, so I thought that it was very helpful. Sobrang gusto ko yung idea ni Mayor na inuuna niya talaga yung citizens niya. The first time na na-reject ang Marikina, tapos nagpagawa siya agad. So I really appreciated that because he really cares about his citizens. Gusto lang naman niya makatulong sa tao, and fortunately enough, magbubukas na ngayon. So I know it will be a success. Madami siyang matutulungan. AJ Barantes de Leon, what shades of lipstick are you using? Very stunning. Yes, very stunning talaga siya. I'm using, actually tinabi ko na siya dito. Nagpe-prepare pa ako kasi baka hulas. I'm using Ever Bilena. Binigay siya sa amin sa Binibini kasi sponsored ng Ever Bilena ang Binibini, and in the shade of Mirrored Mocha. So, yun. But before that, I applied also Human Nature Lip Balm kasi may cooling effect siya. You should also try that. Okay, so while we're waiting for other questions, nag-gather na din ako ng questions myself. I posted on my social media questions you could ask me if there's anything to be asked. And ito siya. So, bubunot tayo dito. And I will answer as truthfully as I can. And as sana seryoso mabunot ko because some of those I asked by my friends. Kulit nila eh. So, first question is Rachel Deramon. She asked, what is a binibini? So, for me, a binibini is someone that is capable of handling problems and situations, and someone I consider as a fighter. That's what I also said sa video namin sa binibini. I am a binibini because I am a fighter. Nowadays, still, women are being bashed for being weak, for being soft. But for me, we're evolving in a way that we also handle works that could be done by men, but also seeing equals between men and women. So that is a binibini, a fighter, and a firm believer of what she stands for. So next I'm just gonna answer this. Melvin Tan says, are you already graduate? What course? Yes, I am a graduate under the course of BS Pharmacy. But I work as an executive assistant because I want to also, some people says, why are you not practicing your profession? For me, I'd say I want to experience different areas of jobs. I want to explore. Before, nung nag-aaral pa ako, every summer we will have internship, community, hospital, manufacturing, and kung research, kung meron man. But for me, for now, I'm still young naman, so I want to try on different jobs. Plus, I enjoy office work. I don't know why. Next question is, okay, nabunod ko yung question ni Ave Real. I don't know if it's too early to answer this, but anong nangyari after mo ibigay yung mobile number mo sa dent student dati? Yes, kahit yung mga questions na makukulit kong friends, sinama ko na because I want na lahat isama. But, yung dent student na yun, naging crush ko lang siya nung college ako. And wala naman nangyari kasi doesn't like me. Kasi si Ave, may binigay ako doon na card sa dent student. And si Ave, loko-loko, kinlo niya yung envelope before I even get to see the card. Tapos nilagay niya yung number ko doon. So technically, hindi ako yung nagbigay ng number ko. Ave. Hanggang ngayon, naaalala ko yun. So yun, nireject ako. Hindi ba na-reject? Just is not interested. And nagulat din ako, next niya ako kasi sabi ko, paano nakuha nito number ko? Akala ko famous na ako. Yung pala, umamin si Ave, nilagay niya yung number ko doon. So yun, that's my first rejection. Next, Pex Zuela says, what crown are you aiming for? I'd say Miss Interna. Naiya kasi ako mag-claim, but I'd say I want Miss International. If not, I want Miss Supranational. Because I'm gonna assume na may Y yun. Why Miss International? Because personally, the reason why I also joined Binibini is because I want to give pride to my city. And next to Miss Universe, very prestige pageant is Miss International. And for me to actually represent Philippines in that pageant, that's a big responsibility. And I know I won't let down the Filipino citizens, but also that's a big motivation for me, you know, if right now my motivation is my city and the people that are believing in me, what more for the Filipino citizens. So yun. If Miss Supranational, why? Because their advocacy are also meaningful. Kasi like Miss Marikina, after I was crowned, I was joining a lot of activities for Marikina and trying to raise up my advocacy as well. At that time, Claygo. Um, but also, per that time din, nagbo-volunteer na rin ako sa animal shelters. So, yun. Yung crowns. But who knows? If iba'y mabigay sa akin still, it's an honor to represent Philippines, right? Ave says, go Lois, stay strong. Ikaw, Ave, ha? Supportive ka. Giselle Betita says, now that you are a pharmacist, want mo pa mag-study ng doctoral? Actually, I'm thinking about it, but pharmacy is such a hard course. And it wasn't a joke. Studying pharmacy, mga pharmacists dyan makaka-relate dito. But, would I study again? I don't know. I haven't really decided on that. Although sometimes I think about it because I do miss studying. Diba, yun yung famous lines for employees or workers. Namimiss ko ng mag-aral. Yes, namimiss ko na rin. Minsan. Or maybe not yung aral. Maybe yung friends ko ng kaklase ko. And the fact na pag pumapasa ka sa quiz, saya-saya. So, yun. Pexuela says, oh, na, binibining candidate ka na. Who you na nag-reject sa'yo? Hindi ko nga alam yung name niya eh. Nung tinext niya lang ako, sinabi lang niya, thanks for the card. Tapos sabi ko, wait, how'd you get my number? So, di na siya nag-reply. So, he was a handsome gentleman, I could say that. Kuya Calvin Morales says, kamusta po ang Binibining Pilipinas experience so far? It's a lot of fun. Hindi ko in-expect because personally, my first before joining Binibini, I joined Miss Marikina, and before Miss Marikina, my first ever pageant was Mr. and Miss CEU. It was a school pageant. So yeah, hindi ko in-expect na sobrang saya ng Binibining Pilipinas experience because I thought nung before ako sumali, parang it's parang nakaka-pressure lahat ng gawing activities and nakaka-intimidate as we know naman sobrang daming magaganda and known candidates, all of them has experience na before Binibining Pilipinas, experience in minor national pageants. So when I entered, I was of course like the first few days sobrang hiyang-hiya ako, but it's a lot of fun, it's surprising, plus hands-on yung mga staff doon, they're all really friendly and the activities are actually unique. There are different activities like making the flower crown. Also nag-visit kami sa museum. We visited Pinto Art, this museum near Cubao. Before, candidates are actually going there na talaga, but this year we had patients with cleft. So yun, to spend time with them kasi my personal experience, so my partner at that activity was Patricia Garcia o Binibini 4. We had this little kid, sobrang nahihiya siya sa amin nung una. She doesn't really want to talk to us, and sobrang bago yung experience kasi nga before walang kids, but now I appreciate that idea kasi kids enjoy museum, lalo na yung interactive museum na yun. So yun, it was a lot of fun. Binibining Pilipinas has also helped in different aspects in the public. So sobrang saya. Hindi ko in-expect na ganito. And kaya nga, actually nami-miss ko na yung candidates and also the Binodini Pilipinas itself. Next is RJ Sorsiban says, may BF ka na po ba? Pero, does it look like I have? Very flattering though. Well, actually, you could judge that, but I'd leave it at that. So, Japet Mike Poso Purog says, ganda. Thank you. Melvin Tan says, nice seeing you again for the second time sa live mo. Thank you! So you've watched Binibini Pilipinas. Thank you for staying at that live. I had a lot of fun with chatting again with my co-candidates. Next question is from Karen Yang Kiling. How would you describe yourself? Well, I would describe myself in one word, spontaneous. If 3 words, lagay na rin natin introverted. And another word will be unpredictable. Well, actually, it's the same as spontaneous. Can I add compassionate? Kasi that doesn't sound humbling eh. What that's the 2 words I would describe myself. Pero mas legit yung spontaneous. Averill says, MD or PhD? I'd go with MD. MD kasi I could practice or specialize in different areas of medicine. I could go for pediatrician, OB-GYN, yan, pero I'd go with MD. Alan Dale Benko, hi baby. Okay, hi. You're so pretty. How old are you? I'm only 22. Texzuela says, na-miss mo ba ang Malacanang? Actually, hindi ako masyadong pumupunta doon. Na-miss ko yung LRT, yung ruta ko. When I was studying in college, my commute would be LRT Legarda to LRT Katipunan, and then jeep na papuntang Marikina. So, mas na-miss ko yung LRT and yung Eskinita. Charot. This is becoming an informal interview. I'm so sorry. Shali Paredes is watching. Hi! Almas Chaudhry says, first thing you'll do after ECQ, or where would you go after all this? Probably the first thing I'd do is, well, not only me, me and my family, we always go actually on May, since my dad's, I would just want to share this, my dad's birthday is actually on May 4, so if ever malif yung quarantine on April 30, we would definitely go first thing sa Antipolo Church, because every birthday ng dad ko andun kami, because that's my dad's church, favorite church. Where would you go after all this? Yun, dun, sa Antipolo Church. But aside from that, maybe ko-continue na ulit yung Binibining Pilipinas activity, so I would go to Cubao after all this. Alan Dale Benko says, what do you do for a living before you joined Binibining candidate? When I passed the board exam, my first job was a part-time pharmacist at a generic drugstore. And then after that, I became, my job was an executive assistant to this immigration consultancy. Valerie Betita says, what is your favorite series and why? Oh my gosh, buti tinanong mo. I just want to share to everyone, I love BoJack Horseman. Why? Kasi sobrang, the series actually tackles realistic scenarios. May it be censored ba to? May it be drugs or like the politics and celebrities' life. Not that I am interested in celebrities' life, but the impact it has on the celebrity itself. Basta sobrang ganda. You should definitely watch it. I would recommend it 100%. Next to that is The Big Bang Theory. That's my two favorite series. Jocelyn Manapat Custodio says, "Hello, pretty girl." Hello then, pretty girl. Arnold de Mesa and Anne Marga de Mesa is watching. Hi! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Diane Derama says, "Ano ginagawa mo during ECQ?" So, I've answered that earlier, but I'm reading books, I'm listening to music, and sa hapon, I'm spending a lot of time with my dad. Umaakyat kami sa bubong sa puno, because we have a fruit, mango tree and chico tree. So, nag-harvest kami doon. Aside from that, I also love spending time with my dogs. I love talking to them. Yes, talking. They're so cute. Parang cute ng dogs. Siguro yun lang yung patience na hindi ako magkakalimit. Sobrang unlimited. Whatever they do, hindi ako naiinis. Melvin Tan says, "CEU Menjola ka po." Yes, I am. Japet Mike Poso Purog says, "What inspires you to join Binibining Pilipinas?" Well, my only motivation for that, and well, my reason for that is I really want to represent my city, and also to give attention to Marikina City. It's my pride. Alan Dale Banco, wow, impressive. I love you. I don't know which part of that is impressive, but ngayon ko lang nabasa. So I'm sorry. Giselle Betita says, "Favorite song right now?" Well, I'm currently obsessed with Michael Jackson now. Nagre-recur na naman yung childhood crush ko on him. But yeah, sobrang on repeat. It's either Stranger in Moscow or Knocks Me Off My Feet by Stevie Wonder. But my all-time favorite, my all-time favorite song would be Cigarette Daydream by Cage the Elephant. Karen Yang Kiling, nakailang boyfriend ka na po? Grabe naman sa nakailan. Isa lang. Alan Dale Benko says, "How to be Lois?" I don't know. Take life spontaneously. Be yourself. Actually, in times of nervousness, I always retort back to sarcastic arguments. That's one thing actually na laging sasabi sa akin ng pamilya ko. When faced with problems, I actually just laugh at it or say sarcastic comments about it. So, that's how to be Lois. I just don't want to stress on life. I take life positively as much as I can. Melvin Tan, "Oh, we're same alma mater." Wow, under what course po? Alan Dale Benko says, "All your answer, mom." Oh, thank you. My gosh, naiya ako. Roma Francisco says, "Who's your role model?" I have a lot of role model, but the top 3 that goes to my mind is when I was growing up. I have this high school friend, Roma. Na-obsess kami with Harry Potter, and ever since I've always looked up to Emma Watson, because despite her being famous that she doesn't need to study anymore, still nagpursige siya. She studied, she showed everyone that even a celebrity can finish something. She doesn't let money go over to her head. She needs a degree, and I respect her for that. Next role model would be sa site ng Binibini, it says Halsey. I would also share why I chose Halsey. It's because um, Halsey is a strong person. She's a singer. There's this one interview I saw of her. Um, she had a miscarriage before her show, but watching that video of her performance, she re- nobody knows. Nobody knew she had a mischief or mishap before the event started. So to be strong as her, like that's something I admire. And lastly is Michael Jackson again. Growing up also, he's part of my childhood role model because despite then of the allegations and accused against him, he remains humble. He still helps people kahit the people are trying to bring him down. So that's a kind of humility and empathy that I want to also reach. I admire that sobra. Don't you agree? Melvin Tan says, may TikTok ka? Wala po. I'm not so much for social media. Again, I only use my phone for Netflix, YouTube, playing my songs, and then that's it. Also texting my friends or calling them. Cyril Nesnia says, as a member of a middle-class family, do you think that 8k pesos amelioration for the poorest of the poor is enough? Well, in my opinion, when I saw that, I would say that it's never enough what the government gives, because if let's say that's for the whole quarantine period, that's never enough because this family have a lot of jobs of a lot of um madami silang pinagkukunan ng pera when before this happens. It's never enough, but I'm hoping na after that period magbigay ulit because let's help people. But it's good as well na as civilian people, nagbibigay tayo ng food for them. Donation drives are for them as well. So, yun. Melvin Tan says, management po ako. Oh, wow. Alexa Philly says, what's your daily routine? Well, now my daily routine is do I dare share? My daily routine during this quarantine is wake up, eat breakfast, do my job. Um, well, firstly is actually read a passage of the daily stoic, reflect on it, and then do my job. And then after that just do my hobbies, read a book, listen to podcasts, to music, play with my dogs, go to the roof to get some mangoes or chicos. Then afterwards, yeah, watch. I could last 24 hours just watching YouTube or Netflix. Maybe just sleep. I don't really have like daily routine, especially now, kasi we're trying, not just me, but all of people, we're trying different tactics to fight the boredom. So, actually, there's nothing really special about my daily routine. But when I was a Binodini candidate, sige, yun na lang. Yun na lang yung sagot ko dun. So, it would be at least interesting. My daily routine is in the morning, gising, makeup. Oh, also shout out sa makeup artist ko for teaching me how to do my makeup. Before neto, sobrang, like, pag tinignan niyo yung makeup ko, it's just, bakit? Bakit nag-try ka pang mag-makeup? But he taught me on how to do my makeup, so thank you for that. After putting on makeup, dress, and then punta sa event of Binibini and chika-chika dun sa candidates, have a great day on that. And then afterwards, I'd go to the gym kung may time pa. And then afterwards is I call my team after ng gym. And then report what happened on that day, what will be the activities tomorrow. Then afterwards, I fall asleep. Yan lang. So, mas eventful yung buhay natin dati, obviously. So, I had a time din na parang uuwi ng 11 PM tapos magkakaroon ng makeup or magkakaroon ng makeup at 3 AM. Kasi nagkaroon kami ng time na call time at 6 AM, batch 1 to 10. So, yun. Nakakapagod, pero everything's worth it actually. Because going to the event, it's so much fun. Melvin Tan says, Catriona or Pia? Ayoko sagutin to. Both. Pia kasi is very, she's very relatable, and Catriona is, actually they're both excellent. There's a difference between them, but both excel on their differences. So, Alan Dale Benko says, do you consider yourself to be a giver or a taker? Why? I don't like taking things. I'd rather give and give and give to people. Pero never, kasi if I take something from someone, is just that natatakot ako na baka magbilang sila ng mga ginawa nila for me. And if I give naman, obviously I don't count, because I don't really, if there's something I did good to someone, I don't really remember it unless paalala sa akin na parang, oh, okay. So I think it's better to give than to receive, you know. Japet Mike Poso Purog says, in your own way, how can you help in our government's programs? Well, aside from staying at home or the donation drive, I wanted to volunteer as well for to be a trained personnel for because there's a lack of people in the or frontliners, so that's how I also want to help. But for now, since I'm also taking care of my family, my mom especially, I'd rather help stay at home and do donations, which I hope na nakakaabot sa people na they're trying to help. Pex Zuela says, anong reaction mo sa mataong minamaliit ang trabaho ng pharmacist? Let me just say, please never underestimate any healthcare workers. It's not easy trying to obtain a degree on healthcare profession, but let me specify with pharmacists, they're usually called tindera, because obviously we see them obviously in drugstores. Drugstores cannot exist without pharmacists, right? So let's think about that first. Wala kayong mabibili na gamot if there's no pharmacist in there. They cannot dispense medicines without the supervision of pharmacists. So please, I want to also educate people na pharmacists are not just seller of drugs. They are also the people behind the research right now that we're waiting for the medicine to cure COVID. So please, let's give importance to not just pharmacists but all the healthcare professions, because it's like a pyramid. No, hindi pwedeng isa kilos, hindi pwedeng doctor lang, hindi pwedeng nurse lang. Everyone works as a team. All of them are equally important in our society, especially now. So, yeah. Roma Francisco, what book or books change your life? Yon, kanina yung sinabi ko, by Sydney Sheldon, If Tomorrow Comes, it changed my perspective on, actually it's like a glass shatter on the system of the government, if they're trying to reach justice on the crimes of rich people do. And aside from that, I would say, well, my first ever book that I ever read was Hunger Games. So that's also the first series that I ever finished, was that. So it changed my life in a way that I started to like books, because before then I don't really like reading books, or even the thought that I would hold it. Oh, I won't like it. So thank you for the recommendation, Roma. Dayan De Rama says, what will you say sa mga tao na nagsasabi pang mercury drug lang ang mga pharma? I would say, be informed, be educated before you say anything, because pharmacists have feelings too. Have feelings then. Diane Rama says, who did your makeup when you were just starting? Starting sa Binibini? If anyone wants to know about that, I did my makeup for the Binibini screening, so actually I wasn't that prepared when I joined Binibini. I don't know if I should say that, but I wasn't prepared at all, so I did my makeup, my own makeup, knowing that I'm not good at makeup, so that was a risk. But I don't know, I still got in, so I guess I got lucky at that part. Melvin Tan says, what team is your Binibini group? I don't get the question, I'm sorry. But if team, do you mean beauty camp? Because if beauty camp, I don't have a beauty camp independent candidate. Abby Real says, what's your favorite subject during college? Surprisingly enough, my favorite subject during college, if it's pharmacy, obviously it's pharmacy related. My favorite subject would be pharmaceutical calculations because I love doing math. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a veterinarian, but it changed it doesn't completely change, but when I reached high school, we had this accountancy subject as well, and my family is actually a family of accountants, so I think it runs in the blood that we love computing. So yeah, that's why I enjoyed pharmaceutical calculations. Oh, also, other than that, pharmacology, it's the study of drugs and the mechanism of action of each drug. Anne Margo says, what's the most memorable time you had since you joined Binibining Pilipinas? Well, if it's memorable, it's the first thing that would come in my mind. And the first thing that came into my mind is when we did the flower crown. Because everyone truly um, shined that day. I love flowers, but my favorite flower would be peonies. Um, and to see them wearing flower crowns, sobrang ganda nilang lahat. It was a very, very fun experience. Alan Dale Benko says, what would you say is the biggest problem facing our educational system today? And why? Actually, in my honest opinion, the biggest problem would be not having enough, what do you call this? It's not, I want to say this in the most simplest way I can, but there are still people clamoring, there are still students clamoring in a section, especially in public schools, and it's hard to learn in some place na sobrang crowded when you don't feel comfortable, so it makes it harder to absorb what you learn. So for me, I think that's the biggest problem is we still lack um, educational facilities, so I hope still they will expand. Right now there are a lot of public schools out there that are still clamored, but some of them are effective, but I still see, because every time I pass by a public school, I see students na nahihirapan sa section nila. So that's also one factor to why students take to why students may, seems to be hard to absorb the topic that they're talking about. So let's create an environment for them that you could study well, right? Life and Style Central says, what camp do you belong? I don't belong in any camp. I am an independent candidate. Oh, okay, Lois is group 1, I think. Binibini 1 to 10. Yes, I am Binibini 3, so group 1. Life and Style Central. The first thing you do in the morning after winning winning a Binibini crown, cross finger. I don't even know if ever I win. the first thing I'd do, I'd ask my mom, "Ma, punta tayo sa simbahan." Because to me, winning a Binibini crown is such, like, it's so far off from what I see. So, it's a really big blessing. And the first thing I want to go to and want to talk to is God. Because I wouldn't be able to win that crown if it weren't for Him. Ryan June Mariano Castillo says, "Hi, love you, look stunning as always. Hashtag win our lives." Thank you. Ryan Castillo is my designer. Thank you for watching po. Anne Margot de Mesa says, "What makes you different from the other girls competing today?" Joshua De Silva, asked by her boyfriend. I would say I'm some of a I am a fighter, really. I'm motivated. People keep me motivated, the people who support me. So I will not stop fighting for my team. And that's probably what makes me unique among them. Everyone's a fighter, but I will put up a fight, really, for my team. Next is Allendale Benko says, "If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?" I would want to stop deceit, because nowadays that's how I see government, not just our government, but international government partnership are based on deceit. And would be wrong to say corruption. I don't want any corruption. I mean, who does? But imagine if there's no corruption in the world, everyone would be equal. Everyone would have proper and decent homes, would earn from themselves, would be able to eat, especially the poorest of the poor. I feel like they're still robbed off in that aspect. Next is Light and Style Central. "If you have a message to your parents now, what is it?" Since they are just in the other room, I would say thank you, Mom and Dad, for taking care of us and for raising me like this. It's hard to raise a kid, especially to raise someone of good character, and I'm happy of how I was raised. So thank you. I love you po. Okay, so there's no other questions, but we could now also fill in the void. We could take questions from here. Again, these questions were collected on my post, those people who asked me. Oh wait, we've already do this. Appa Pauline Apalisok says, "Appa, what can you contribute to our country in this crisis?" As much as I want to help out, luckily, fortunately enough, our city is equipped with trained personnel already. We are prepared for this. So I want to, since I am a pharmacist, I want to help out in that lab testing center. But the most I could actually do right now is try to donate, because this donation actually goes to the families that need our help. And staying at home, actually, I consider people that stay at home to be heroes. Ang dami dyan, gustong-gusto nang umalis sa bahay, nangangati na, mamasyal, but they stay at home, they follow the rules, and I appreciate that. It's hard to be disciplined, it's hard to follow something you're against. So those people staying at home, kudos to you. Thank you for following the law, on the safety rules. Next question is, from Anne Margot de Mesa. Who do you draw inspiration from? Um, I've answered this then earlier. I would say Emma Watson, Michael Jackson, and Halsey because of their strong, persevering qualities. Doesn't have to be one inspiration, right? I mean, we have different personalities, and I owe it to them. Next question is from Averil. What's your best childhood memory? Truth to be told, I don't really remember anything from my childhood anymore, or I can't think of anything right now. But my most favorite memory though was when last 2012, I think. We were in Baguio, me and my family, the Robles clan. We stayed there for Christmas, and we have this every occasions. My cousin and I got Ate Ina, Ate Ira, and the boys, my brothers, Tomas, Brian, my cousin Patrick, Kuya Aaron. We would all play charades. That's our favorite thing to do. Plus, yung mga tita-tito namin, sponsor. Yun, sobrang saya nung time na nagbagyo kami. Playing charades. Sobrang competitive kasi ng lalaki. Syempre, di naman magpapatalo yung mga babae. So, yes, I always cherish that moment. Next question would be from Nika Edera. Says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, in 5 years, I hope I find contentment with my job. Plus, I really want to pursue my advocacy and to raise a foundation on that. Or if that's not possible, I would be very, very active in volunteering because I have now a huger platform for that. I would continue volunteering for PAWS, and also just sharing, I am also a volunteer for Greenpeace. In 5 years, I also want to pay my family's debt. So, I hope so. In 5 years, who knows? Next question is from Roma Francisco. Any song recommendation? Good road trip song would be Cigarette Daydream by Cage the Elephant. And the other favorite song would be Please Listen to Tori Kelly. She's my favorite singer. And also, I would recommend, if you feel like the romantic vibe or some sweet song, I would say Turning Page. And yeah, Turning Page. And Language by Tori Kelly. Allendale Benko says, what is your definition of success? My definition of success would be someone that obtained contentment of where they are. Even if it's not in terms of wealth, it's in terms of happiness. If you truly found your happiness in whatever situation you are in. Melvin Tan says, well, good luck sa Binibini. Thank you po. Take care always. God bless po. Kayo din po, and stay safe. Next question. Mika Edera says, hi Lois, ano po yung biggest realization mo ngayong naka-enhance community quarantine po tayo? And how will you apply that in your life? Well, to be honest, my biggest realization is that people can come and go. And people will, it's a surprise when people go without you saying goodbye. So for me, my realization is to cherish every person that you love, give them all the love you could give. Also, take time to be with your loved ones because you don't know when they will go. Um, how will you says how will you apply that in your life? I'm not very hindi ako masyadong sweet person. So I guess that would be my application. Give more affection to the people I love. Averill says, how do you handle tough days? I just breathe in, breathe out. As mainstream or overrated it sounds, but I think of it first. What I think about these problems is that God will only give his hard challenges to his strongest soldiers. So I guess I'm just being tested of how I could be, of how much I could take, because God will not give you problems you cannot handle. So I just realize it for myself first, but if I really can't handle it anymore, I would talk to my friends, because everybody needs friends, everybody needs human interaction, and there's just a handful amount of friends I have that I truly trust as well. Allendale Benko, do you think professional athletes are overpaid? To be completely honest, I don't know how much they are paid, but whatever they are paying, I guess for me I'm not really a athlete person, but I guess it's fine because what they do is hard, and plus they just don't compete in this, they actually train for it, they practice for it, so I guess it's a good compensation for them. Entertainment News Portal says to ask 3 questions before I wrap up. Melvin Tan, will you remember me po? Of course I will, by name. Okay, so we will wrap up in any minute now. So if there's any more questions, you could ask me. Roma Francisco says, do you have a quote or mantra you go by? Yes, I do. Do I dare say 2? I have 2 of them. One is, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. And number 2 is, love all, trust a few, and do wrong to no one. That's by William Shakespeare. Allendale Benko says, if you could relive one moment in your life, which one would you pick? I would go back to November 2019 because I made some I'm regretting something I didn't do that time. So if I could redo it, I would, but since I can't, move on. Giselle Batita says, do you go to the gym? Only now na naging binibini. Before I don't, because I don't like. Melvin Tan says, what to see you in person? What to see? I guess that's want to see you in person too. Me too. Next time you could just say I'm Melvin Tan, and then I'd know. Giselle Betita says, pahingi ng skin? Tsaka pa shout out. Shout out kay Giselle Betita. She's my friend. She's zen. Very, very, very kind and humble friend. Super supportive din siya. Averill says, do you have any hidden talent? Is it hidden if I already performed it? Playing piano. That's my talent. Next is, okay, I'm gonna answer this one question muna. Roma, what's the last movie or series you've watched? Last movie would be The Ugly Truth. I wanted to laugh at that day, so pinanood ko siya. It's a very, very funny movie. Plus Gerard Butler. Ugh. Question. This is from Alex De Vega. Sino pong previous queen from any year na nilulook up niyo po bilang inspiration or idol? As to be completely honest, I'm not much into pageants, but I do know, obviously we all know Catriona and Pia. I would see them as inspiration or idols, especially Pia, because she didn't stop until she got the crown. So that perseverance, right? Thank you guys for the questions. We can wrap up. Okay, so yun, thank you so much everyone for spending this time with me. I don't know how much or how long we spent together, but thank you so much for staying with me and answering questions. Thank you, thank you. So yun, last words to say is always be safe, pray for the betterment of our country, and donate if you can. Also, please don't forget to follow me on my social medias. Everything is at Lois Badando. So again, thank you for having me and staying with me. Yun lang. God bless us all and stay safe sa lahat. Thank you.